Hello fellow Movie Crusaders and welcome to my latest episode. My name's Sean Wasserkrug, and today I'm going to be reviewing the latest DC film, Black Adam. Now for me, this is a movie that I was excited for certain reasons, but really worried about for other reasons. And I explained this during Brian Michaels and myself's fall preview that we aired last month, where we weren't necessarily loving or excited about the trailers that we've seen for this, but because of this being a passion project for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, something that he's been trying to get off the ground for the past 15 years, much like with Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool, that we really were more confident than anything else because of how badly The Rock wanted this character to work. For anyone who doesn't know Black Adam, he's basically the bad guy version of Shazam, who is played by Zachary Levi, who has a sequel coming out next year. And so that was one of the things that I was actually generally worried about going into this film was, one, if they keep him straight a villain through the whole film, then okay, it does its job. But I'm worried that they were going to make him a hero in this film, which at that point you got to figure out, well then why would he ever fight Shazam? And two, The Rock's The Rock. Is there going to be a part in this movie that's going to make me believe that Zachary Levi's Shazam or his family of Shazams could ever win a fight against Black Adam? And those are two of the things I was generally worried about going into this film. Now, for me personally, like I said, the general plot for Black Adam, for anyone who doesn't know, is nearly 5,000 years after he was bestowed with the almighty powers of Egyptian gods and imprisoned just as quickly, Black Adam is freed from his earthly tomb and ready to unleash his unique form of justice on the modern world. Another problem that potentially worried me about this film, and at least the trailers gave it away, and frankly the movie is exactly that, is that the Black Adam character is so powerful that, and I have the same problem with Superman films as well, is that when you have a character that's basically a god and seems to be relatively invincible to anyone who fights him, where's the threat level for this character? Now with Superman, they have kryptonite, so usually a character either has to be the same strength level or same powerful level as Superman to make it believable that Superman's going to lose, or they have to use kryptonite because it weakens Superman, thus giving you a threat level that Superman could lose. With Black Adam, there's never really a moment in this film that makes you feel that Black Adam is not going to just destroy everybody that he fights. And the problem with that is that there's literally a point in this movie where they show something that does affect Black Adam in a way like kryptonite does. But instead of utilizing that, and at one point they do basically kind of state a thing, that Black Adam can't do anything with this stuff, or can't do anything with this stuff around, that makes you go, oh, okay, cool. They've found a weakness for Black Adam, like kryptonite for Superman, so now there's something that they can use to fight him with. But they don't do that. So it's, once again, you're put in a situation where you have something that shows an ability to weaken Black Adam, but they don't use it in the film, so there's never a part in the movie where you feel Black Adam's ever in any danger to lose a fight, outside of just watching The Rock destroy everybody, which for some people, that's all you really need, because, you know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's awesome. But that is a problem that I have with this movie, much like I said, Man of Steel and stuff like that, is if there's never a point in the film where you feel threatened that the lead character is ever going to lose a fight, then it's really kind of boring to watch, because you just know he's going to destroy everybody. And if everything that hits him is just kind of him going like that and there's no effect, once again, the fights are very one-sided and also kind of boring to watch. So then you have to have a course of other characters around him to actually make you have some threat levels, which is where the GSA, the Justice Society of America, come in. I mean, you have Aldous Hodge, who plays Hawkman. You got Pierce Brosnan, who plays Dr. Fate. You have Noah Centineo, who plays Atom Smasher, and you got Quintessa Swindell, who plays Cyclone. Now, I'm a fan of Aldous Hodge. I like him quite a bit. I think he was fantastic in the movie One Night in Miami. I actually think he does a really solid job as Hawkman. He does enough in this film that I would actually be intrigued to see a Hawkman movie, or see Hawkman at least show up in future DC installments. I think he does good enough of a job to establish his character, to establish the character's motivations, his goals, why he does what he does. And I think Aldous Hodge actually does a really solid job. I actually like the way his fighting style is with the Hawkman costume. I think it also looks good on camera. And I think Aldous Hodge is actually probably one of the highlights of the film overall. Another one is Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. If you guys like Pierce Brosnan, you're going to like him in this movie because he's basically being Pierce Brosnan. Also, Brian Michaels always says that he's always had the dream casting of Pierce Brosnan as being like being Doctor Strange, but instead we got Benedict Cumberbatch, which also still a fantastic choice. And he does have very much of a Doctor Strange-esque kind of character to this. And I think Pierce Brosnan is actually really great as Dr. Fate. I actually really enjoyed his character. He had this mysteriousness to him and kind of the character that seems to know everything that's going to happen before it happens and is trying to just kind of make everyone like make sense. And I actually really enjoyed his casting of that, and I enjoyed his performance for that overall. Noah Centineo and Quintessa Swindell as Atom Smasher and Cyclone, while their performances aren't bad, they both feel unnecessary. They both feel like, let's add some young life to the GSA, and let's give some people some comedic relief. There's just no point to them in this film. They're just there to just kind of be side characters to pop in with the fight, so you give some added stuff, but never at any moment do I feel like the Cyclone character has anything that doesn't really do much at all to help with the fight at all. Atom Smasher's there more for comic relief, kind of to just mess stuff up and piss off Hawkman. And while they, like I said, the performances for themselves are not bad, you can literally remove them from the film, and I think the movie is still the same movie. And that is one thing you don't want to have happen when you're making a superhero movie, is have two superheroes that you can completely remove from a film, and the movie is still the same film. Sarah Sahai, I'm probably saying that wrong, I apologize. I love her as an actress. I love watching her on TV. She's on many, many TV shows. She plays Adriana Tomaz. She's kind of the main protagonist of that's not a superhero in the film. And I think she actually does a solid job. She's the one person that kind of gives Black Adam heart in the movie, outside of his just cold demeanor of just killing everybody that gets in his way. And I think Sarah does a solid job in the role. I enjoyed her character. I do think that they added a third act battle that was unnecessary just to give her and her people in the movie something to do that was kind of pointless and stupid and also just unbelievable on top of that. Her son, Amon, played by Bodhi Sabangui, I probably butchered that, I apologize. He's uneven. He's solid when he's with, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. When they got good banter back and forth, he's also good with Sarah as well. But there's certain moments in the film where he needs to show more emotion. He needs to maybe yell more instead of just talking at the same level, especially when he's talking to a group of people and he's supposed to be, like, he's talking at a normal voice, and it's like, dude, you're not showing any emotion at this point, and this is supposed to be an emotional moment, and you are delivering this line basically as deadpan as you could possibly be, and it was a very bad directorial decision. The other main problem with this as well is because they constantly are building this, is Black Adam going to turn evil, or is he going to be a hero, is that by the end of this movie, based off of where we're going, he's going to be a hero. Which, once again, was my main worry, is by the end of this film, is he going to be a hero or is he going to be a villain? And he's a hero. So how does he change that makes him an arch nemesis to Shazam? Also, by watching this movie, there is no flippin' chance in hell that Shazam or Shazam's family can win a fight against Black Adam. The only person that could probably take him in a fight would be a Superman-type character. And at that point, it kind of makes, once again, this fight feel very one-sided. Dwayne, in the film, Dwayne's Dwayne. You can tell that he really cares about this role, but he is playing this very one note because he's playing a character that's godlike abilities, which means that his face is this stoic stone face throughout the entire film. Never do you really get a smirk or anything that gives that charisma of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He has little lines here and there that makes you go, oh, there's Dwayne. But for the most part, it is just him basically going, ugh, I'll kill you, or ugh, I'm bad. And it's like, okay, cool, that's fine. But the essence of Black Adam, or the essence of charisma of Dwayne The Rock Johnson is greatly missed in this film because he's playing this character as this one note, which once again is very much Black Adam. But if you have someone like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you need to give him a little bit more than that. And it was kind of a bummer just watching him just be this stoic stone face throughout the whole film. Action-wise, the action's solid, but once again, you're basically just watching superhuman guys just destroy everything around them. There is one incredibly eye-rolling moment in the film where Hawkman and Black Adam do fight in Amon's bedroom. I won't say what happens in that bedroom, but it's a very on the nose, and I was just sitting there going, this is so unnecessary, and it's so, like, beating you over the head that he's so powerful compared to everybody else in the DC, that it just was kind of an eye roll moment that really could have just been left on the cutting room floor or reshot to leave that part out. There's also this big reveal / twist about 3/4 of the way through the film about the Black Adam character that would maybe have held some weight, or would have maybe been something that would have been really good if they hadn't given it away in the fucking trailers. The trailer shows that his son died and his son was killed before he died and blah 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 blah. And they try to hide that fact from you for the whole movie. And then they give it away 3/4 of the way through, like it's supposed to be this big reveal twist, and it's like, yeah, we know. The trailers gave that away. I don't blame the movie for that. The movie has a script. I blame DC and the marketing team for giving that away, because when this big moment comes and there's like a 5 to 7 minute backstory explanation of it, you're just sitting there like, yeah, we already knew that. Like, can we speed this up? Because, yeah, we already know the story. Like I said, not the movie's fault. It's a marketing and DC fault. But they also do something that we haven't seen in quite a long time, probably since Captain America: First Avenger, where they have to de-body Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson when he's not in Black Adam form, and it just looks bad. It doesn't look right. And then there's certain moments in the film where, like I said, I don't want to spoil, so I'm not trying to. There's a certain scene that's very unbelievable, because it just makes you seem that the Black Adam character is powerful at all times, even when he's not in Black Adam mode, which in that moment, had he been just a regular human like they claim he is in the film, he would have been obliterated. But it's another situation too where they try to once again hide the fact that he's, you know, not this one person at the beginning of the film, that they changed The Rock's voice to sound soft and weak and not that strong. It's like, you're going out of your way to make us know that this is The Rock. So at this point, it's bad directing and it's bad story writing to do this when we already know that character is, because The Rock has a very prominent head. Whether it's from the front or whether it's from the back, we know that that's The Rock. So you can't just put The Rock's head on a smaller body and have us not believe that that's The Rock. A lot of these might just be nitpicks for you people, but for me, it's a bunch of things that culminate into an overall film that just feels uneven. I'm not saying the movie's bad. I'm not saying that you shouldn't watch Black Adam. I'm not saying that you shouldn't enjoy Black Adam if you did. It's just, for me, this is a movie, much like Aquaman, or even the first Shazam, that has so much potential to be this really great film and to really kind of show itself and stand up above the odds of what DC's been like. And it just kind of feels like every other DC film. There's very much a Watchmen vibe to this as well, probably with more of the brutality aspect of it, that just works at some points but doesn't work at other points. And overall, by the end of the day, this is just a average at best superhero movie. Like I said, solid casting with Aldous Hodge and Pierce Brosnan. I think Dwayne probably is one of the better options to play Black Adam, but they need to give him a little more charisma for the character. Like I said, Sarah Sahai, like I'm probably saying her name wrong, I think she's great in the film. But overall, the lack of any threat level to Black Adam in this film, and once again, turning him basically into a hero, knowing full well that he is a villain in the DC universe, is something that really kind of the average viewer probably won't give a crap about, but for the comic book viewers are going, well, what the hell am I supposed to be rooting for Black Adam for? Well, it's because it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Who doesn't root against Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? But at the end of the day, Black Adam, do I recommend it? If you're a DC fan, if you're a fan of Shazam, Superman, all these kind of characters in the DC universe, you're going to check Black Adam out anyway, so it doesn't matter whether I tell you whether it's good or bad. If you're not a DC fan, and maybe you're just a fan of The Rock, and you go, Sean, should I see this movie? I think if you like, The Rock, which who doesn't, I think you're still going to enjoy the film because The Rock is doing what he does best. He's beating the crap out of people and, looking good while doing it. So I just think you guys just need to temper your expectations because this is not going to be one of those films that's going to be talked about by years at as one of the better films. It's definitely not even the third or fourth best comic book movie that's come out this year by a long shot. So for me, I'm going to give Black Adam a 63%. It's a film that I think could have been something better than what it was, but ultimately it's just a bunch of moments with a script that could have been rewritten to make it stronger and probably could have had a better tag to the end of it to elevate the character further than what we got. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys did, go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button to the channel so you guys stay up to date with all the latest videos pop up on the Movie Crusaders. And of course, you can follow us on all the social media outlets you see below. Reviews for The School of Good and Evil, as well as a non-spoiler and spoiler review for Halloween Ends, as well as about 8 other movie reviews that have come out in the past week are available on the channel. And after next week's House of the Dragon finale, Brian Michaels and myself will be back to do a season wrap-up of House of the Dragon, She-Hulk, and Rings of Power, as well as other movie reviews of the movies that are being released here in the following weeks. But yeah, until next time, in case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Movie Crusaders.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.